Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we're going to be doing a video on the top 5 best junglers for preseason, and also I guess solo queue. Now there's so many changes like Colossus being OP, jungles obviously changed more oriented to AoE junglers, some new items, you know, a bunch of shit happened in this patch, and no one knew who was OP. Like, I didn't know who was OP until I played a few solo queue games and figured out what champions were pretty good in the jungle right now. Although of course the jungle tier list is set to change because not everything has been discovered yet, so this tier list will definitely be updated again once people figure out some shit. Also, this video will be edited and sponsored by Pro Guides. Check them out for all your ranked game needs, and you can also talk to them if you need some help. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so first up is going to be Lee Sin. Alright, so this champion was good in Season 6. Now, he might actually be a little bit better, but also I don't really know why. I think people don't use Colossus on him. They go like Thunderlords or something. He doesn't really have the best AoE clear, so that's a little bit weird, but you know, people are still playing him. People are still like effective at him, and yeah, I guess he's better, I think, but I don't really know why, and I can't say why. Maybe he was just always this good. Anyways, here are the recommended runes and masteries for him. Next up, coming at number 4 is going to be Zac. So Zac is definitely better in this season, well, preseason, because of the Colossus mastery, which gives him an OP shield. What else is new? Well, he's an AoE jungler, so clearing Krugs and Raptors, that's better for him. And since, well, he was a decent jungler at the end of Season 6, of course, you're going to see him a little bit more often. The champion itself, well, is extremely tanky, has a really good initiation if you can land it, and also really tanky. So he's a perfect front line for disrupting whoever's in the front line, and also has pretty good CC and decent damage. But yeah, just because of Colossus, he's going to be one of the more OP champions in the preseason. Until that gets nerfed, you'll probably see an influx of tank junglers. Anyways, here's the recommended item build for him. Next up, coming at number 3, is gonna be Vi. Alright, so this champion in Season 6, she was alright, you know, some people played her. She was like actually a pretty good jungler. Now she's actually a better jungler because of the Courage of Colossus mastery, and her Q and ultimate do have hard CC, so she can easily proc it. So she can definitely be a really good tank. Even if you go, I guess, warrior first, I mean, eventually you'll build hit points, so combine your passive plus this new keystone, you're gonna be a little OP, and also have a big shield when you ult into them. Remember, thanks to Courage of Colossus, the more people who are around you when you proc your hard CC, the more bigger shield you'll have. But yeah, she can like do a lot of things in an early game. Mid game and late game, she becomes a really nice bruiser, and very good for locking down certain targets, like, I don't know, someone called Vayne. But yeah, I played her this season, she feels pretty good. Her sustain in the jungle with the machete buff is definitely better. Maybe that's why Lee Sin is a little bit better in the jungle, because machete got buffed. So basically also all machete junglers kind of got buffed a little. But yeah, I don't really take as much damage in the new jungle as I did before. But anyways, here's a recommended build for Vi. And next up, coming at number 2 is going to be Ivern. Alright, so we got 2 buffs in this patch, and they were really small. Basically, the cooldown on his Q was reduced by 2 seconds, and you're just like, yeah, that's okay, that's, you know, very small. Well, actually, it's not really small. It's like a decent buff. But then they like made his ultimate's AI not stupid and do nothing when her target dies, and I think there's actually more AI fixes, but yeah, basically you don't have to like press your R again for the AI to reassign targets. It's kind of smarter, which I think is really good. But now there's actually 2 scenarios that might be happening. First of all, people are figuring out Ivern, and I guess he's like super OP, or it has to do something with the preseason. I know the Krugs, he actually gets less XP because he doesn't kill the smaller golems, which pop out when you kill them, and also gold, but I guess he can actually clear the Raptors pretty fast, and I think that's one of the hardest camps out there. Now, I was playing this game as Nocturne against one Ivern, and I was actually ahead of him, so I tried dueling him, but he had his ultimate out, and like, he had a bush, and basically he actually beat me in a 1v1 duel, and I was like, how the hell did he do that? And so what I believe is going on is now his ultimate is not as stupid anymore. He actually offers a lot to team fights, so basically people are building him tank, being like a CC support jungler kind of guy, and just being super annoying with him. He's got like a 2-second root. His ultimate doesn't actually die as often as it did before now, since the hit point on it actually got increased by a little bit, well, 500 more, level 11 to be exact, and she knocks up like people for 1 second, so it's actually really annoying if she's on someone. And yeah, I mean, Ivern offers a lot of utility and CC, and like people are building tank, like full tank on him, and he's just such a pain in the ass to deal with. I remember just shitting on him in the early game, but once mid game and late game came around, his utility is just super obnoxious. So yeah, he's also pretty cheesy in the early game, and it's kind of annoying, but I guess once you figure out his like level 1 clear and kind of know his jungle route, and basically know how to cheese the early game, you should be good to go with him. And like people are building redemption on him, I don't know, it's super weird. There's some AP, but most of the time, not really any AP. Just straight up tank, and yeah, just super obnoxious. And like, yeah, people are banning him, picking him, etc. I can definitely say he's a top 5 jungler at the moment. Anyways, here is a recommended build for him. And finally, coming at number 1 is actually going to be Hecarim, who, as we all know, was a Season 6 best jungler. Well, kind of, and then got nerfed, but he was still good. And he is a champion who dies in the backline, can easily proc Colossus, and is in the middle of everyone, so he's going to have a really big shield. But also, he's an AoE jungler with his Q, so I mean, Krugs and Raptors are not really too big of a deal. And rushing Triforce on him, oh my god, it's still good. But yeah, Courage of the Colossus is, well, probably the best keystone at the moment. Kind of like how Grass was in the beginning of Season 6. They're probably going to nerf that keystone soon, so expect an update to the jungle tier list. And also, I definitely have to update my support tier list and top lane tier list because that's where tanks are being played at the moment. So yeah, basically tank meta or hard CC meta, and yeah, just a bunch of tanks. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. And finally, we're going to be doing some honorable mentions. I'm only going to be doing 2, but I can't say I've seen other junglers yet, so don't mind me too much. But basically, any sort of tank in the jungle is good right now. But first up, let's talk about an honorable mention, and that's actually going to be Tank Rengar. Some people are playing him like warrior into Infinity Edge and one-shotting people. There are others who are actually playing him as Tank Rengar and going Cinderhulk and like Black Cleaver, and also getting Courage of the Colossus, and just basically pressing W when he takes a lot of damage, and then pressing Empowered W when he takes some more damage, and you can't kill him because he's immune to CC, so he just runs away and also has movement speed, right? So he just becomes super obnoxious to deal with. And I actually think this is the most like optimal way to play him. I played against it. It was super annoying. He was a super fast cat who did a lot of damage and could never die. If he has 40% cooldown reduction, he can heal 50% of the damage he took every 7 seconds. And if you have Spirit Visage on top of that, I mean, you're going to be healing a shit ton. So you become this unkillable bruiser who heals a bunch and becomes super fast when he uses an empowered ability. And yeah, you just don't know what to do. I mean, also he has a bunch of other steroids like bonus AD and stuff, but I think you can go Titanic Hydra on him and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, just going full tank seems legit. When I played like AD Rengar, I just felt useless, but I was probably building him wrong at the same time. And I haven't tried tank Rengar, but I've seen it and I did not like it. I did not like playing against it at all. So yeah, I think he's actually on one of my permaban lists, but at the same time, I'm not sure if he's super OP or not. It looked like he was super OP, but I have to see more of him. But anyways, here is a recommended item build for him. And next up is going to be Skarner. So I think Skarner was actually like a decent champion in general for the jungle, and I could definitely see him working. Like, I liked him in Season 6. Sometimes I did suck with him, but hey, in Season 7, or preseason, he's got AoE clears, he's got hard CC with his E and his ultimate, so he can easily proc Colossus. And yeah, he has his W for another shield, so he's going to get a big ass shield when he procs that Colossus. Also naturally builds a lot of hit points, so I mean, he's going to be extremely tanky in these team fights and just be someone hard to take down. Now, I could see him being really good in this preseason, but I mean, I have to see a little bit more of him. I haven't actually really seen too much of him, but I can definitely see him being good in the jungle in this preseason because, well, he was like decent in the last jungle, so why wouldn't he be good this time? Anyways, here is a recommended build for him. And alright, I lied. I had one more honorable mention, and that's actually going to be Shaco. So this Shaco is definitely new, and I think people are still trying to figure him out just a little bit, but basically, you know, his Q, E, and R, and his passive got reworked. And in my PvE gameplay video, I actually maxed out E, but apparently people were supposed to max out Q on him, and I've seen a lot of people are actually maxing out E still, so there's actually a lot of improvement for this champion when it comes to his win rates. And now, since his Q actually does bonus damage and can crit along with his passive, and is he doing percent health damage based on how much they're missing, his execution power in a late game is actually way better, as long as he can backstab someone. Yeah, his early game is a little bit weaker, but I've seen people make use of it and do some work still. I actually think he's going to be maybe a stronger jungler once people start tryharding again and figuring out the meta, but right now maybe a hidden OP. Anyways, here is a recommended build for him, and yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Untitled Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.